Okay, everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. Is this even a vlog? At this point, this is just like a random one-off YouTube video, but you know what? We're back. Oh my gosh. I recorded so much. Like so much that even my storage, like my SD card was full. I had pretty much 2 vlogs of content, but it was just like, I don't know, playing catch up was really overwhelming me. So I was like, you know what? Delete. I don't have time for this. We're starting over. I'm probably just going to do what I'm about to do right now, which is just a weekly catch up. And it's not really going to be on Wednesdays, I don't think, but today is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, February 11th. And that's what day this week's is going to be on, because that's what day that I have right now. Okay. So I don't even know what I said in my last video. I should have watched it for context, but let's see what I was talking about in my lost vlogs. So first off, Andrea Glass, IFBB Fitness Pro. I mean, if you listened for that whole minute, you probably already know that. Let's see. Okay, so let's start with, I hired a new coach. I need for this season to be my best season ever. And I just respond well to women. I've taken my man hating too far. Not really, but so I hired Brianni Terry. So let's backtrack a little bit. So I was between a few coaches. So I really wanted to hire Brianni. Brianni, I've talked about her before a little bit on my vlog. She is an IPB, she's a women's physique pro, but she's very new in bodybuilding. She's only done 1 season. She turned pro like 2 years ago, but she's like a power lifter. She's a strength athlete. She's a muscle building expert. And I've been following her for a long time. Her and her fiance Joe. So I wanted to hire her, but I was like, I don't even know if this girl coaches bodybuilding. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I am looking for a coach. Do you even coach bodybuilding? And she basically was like, wow, this is like such an honor that you would consider me. I've only ever coached Joe, which is her fiance. I've only ever coached Joe. But I think that I could do it. You know, I had Cameron Cheek is her coach. He's a pretty well-known, like high level coach. She's like, I had Cameron basically oversee my prep with Joe. Like I coached Joe, but I would send it to Cameron to make sure that, we were seeing the same things, that I was on the right path, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, and Cameron did the peak. She's like, so I could see if he would want to do that for this prep too. I think I can do it, but I also know like you're an Olympian and I just want to make sure that you get I want to make sure that you get the proper coaching. So if you like want me to just direct you to some great coaches, I can also do that. So she gives me a list. I'm like, well, yeah, like sure, give me a list. So she gives me a list of a few people. And then Allison had recommended Neil Cash. So if you follow bodybuilding, you probably know who he is. He coaches Ashlyn Little. He coaches Jazzy Gonzalez. Like those are probably those are like his 2 most well-known athletes. I mean, Ashlyn just got 2nd at the Olympia in bikini. Jazzy, I think, got 4th. And that's like her 2nd year in a row, I think, getting 4th. So, I mean, very, very, very high level coach. My concern with him was that he does have figure pros, but it's like bikini is his bread and butter. And I'm like, for me, when it's muscularity and conditioning, and like your specialty or what your seeming specialty is like not one of the muscular or peeled divisions. Now, granted, Ashlyn Little has freaking bigger shoulders than I do, and like Jazzy gets more condition than I do. But that's another conversation about myself. But I was just like, that was like my one main hesitation with him was just like, I don't know, he has figure pros, but they're not like high level. So again, Brianni hasn't even coached any bodybuilders, so it's not like I'm like, well, you don't have any figure pros, so I'm not going to hire you. But I'm just like, if my goal is to build muscle as quickly as possible and get as peeled as humanly possible, like I just feel like Brianni has the support around her. Like Cameron Cheek is her coach and her mentor, and he coaches, not only figure athletes, but he has women, he has bodybuilders, he has, women's bodybuilders, he has women's physique athletes. Like, so I just feel like those set of eyes would make more sense for what my goals are. And also, to be honest, I reached out to Cash and he was just very like, okay, what do you need? Like, he didn't say what he needed. What can I do for you? I'm like, oh, just inquiring about coaching. Okay. Like, there was no like conversation about, it's like he didn't really care, or like, and I'm just thinking, I think that I'm going to be someone who needs a lot of attention this year specifically. And he was just not giving like, he has other athletes that are going to be more important than me. So, selfishly, I was just like, I don't think this is the right fit for me right now. I think personality, he would have been a good fit for me. But I just think like I think just where both of us are in our careers, I just don't know if it would be the right fit. And then I wanted to reach out to Lacey Pruitt, who is also another like well-known bodybuilding coach. I don't know if she has like Olympians, but she does have a lot of very good amateurs and very good pros. I just don't know if they've any. I didn't do that much research on her. I just Chantel always talks about how amazing her coach is, and she was one of the coaches that Brianni suggested. So I reach out, I fill out her form, and at the very end it's like, do not click submit until you are, it was like, emotionally and financially ready to commit. And I'm like, well, I wanted to ask you some questions first. I want to talk to you first before I click submit. I don't even know what your prices are. So then I was just like, okay, well, I guess you're not an option either. So I got on a call with Brianni, and she just said all the right things. First of all, I already wanted to hire her. So that was the first thing, is like, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't hiring her because I'm a fan of hers. I wanted to make sure it was a wise decision. But after talking to her, first off, I follow a lot of her content. I think she posts a lot of really good informational and educational content that I'm like, yeah, I know that you know what you're talking about. I know that you surround yourself with people who know what they're talking about. It's really just like, in my opinion, it's just like somebody really just needs to give you a chance. Like, if you have recently or ever applied for a job that you didn't really fit on paper, but you knew you would be good. Like, that's how it was with Burn Boot Camp. I had never trained in a gym before I applied for Burn Boot Camp, but I read the job description and I was like, I know that I would be very good at this. I know this for a fact. Like, I can read this and I can tell, even though I don't have the experience on paper, I know that I have the transferable skills and I have the personality to do this well. And now look at me, almost 10 years later, one of the best trainers, one of the highest performing gyms in the nation. Like, I just needed somebody to give me a chance, right? And that's kind of how I feel with Brianni. Like, on paper, she's probably like not the best coach for a 3-time Olympian to hire and like try to bring their best physique, but I think she just hasn't had the hands-on experience of coaching yet. So now I'm in week 2 of my plan with her. I'm on a diet, but I'm not cutting. In fact, I lost like 2 pounds, and she was like, it looks like we're probably gonna have to give you more food. So we're in a hold phase right now, which I wanted to do a mini cut. I deleted all these videos, so that's why I'm like catching you guys up on this right now. This is gonna be like a 1-clip video. I wanted to do a mini cut. I was like, I gotta lose 10 pounds. I gotta lose 10 pounds before prep. Because I can't be going into prep 30 pounds over my stage weight, right? Then I hired her, and she was like, no, we're gonna hold right here. And she sent me a spreadsheet that has like projected weights of each phase. So right now we're in a 6-week hold. I think just getting the baseline, how much food can I withstand? What's my activity? Blah, 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 blah. By the end of this, she expects me to put on 5 pounds, around 5 pounds. I'm like, put on? I want to lose 10. You're telling me I'm gonna gain 5? Then we're gonna do a 10-week cut. You guys, by the end of that cut, she's projecting me to be 135. You guys know how much my stage weight is? My lowest stage weight of the season, my lowest, was 128, but generally it's 129 or 130. You're telling me that by the end of my first cut, I'm going to be 5 pounds above my typical stage weight? Then we have another 6 to 8 week hold, which I'll probably gain a couple pounds. And then we have a 12-week prep for the Olympia. And she has my projected weight based on photos from previous, shows and what I've told her my stage weight is, right? Like, I've sent her photos. This is what I think was my best look. This was what I think is like my most conditioned look, but I seemed a little flat, like you can tell. And this one, I sent her all the stuff and my analysis of it. And so based on what I looked like in those photos and what my stage weight was, she was like, yeah, we're probably going to need a dig closer to 120. 120? So it's crazy to think that by the end of this first cut, which is not prep, I'm only going to be 5 pounds above my typical stage weight, but I'm still going to be 15 pounds off my new stage weight. I'm terrified, but I am excited. She has me sending film of every single workout. Every time I go into the gym, I have to send her one set of every exercise. And that's one thing that I love that she was talking about, because this is her bread and butter. Building muscle and lifting, that's her bread and butter. So she's already giving me great feedback. Okay, this, no notes, this, I want you to squeeze this. Man, y'all, she has me training with such a higher level of effort than I even thought I could train regularly with, right? Like, I work hard, and there are, I'd say, most days that I feel like, wow, I really, really killed that workout. But honestly, recently life has been lifing, and my workouts have not been hitting. Like, the last several months, my workouts have just been mediocre. And now it's like, I'm doing a 4-day split, and it's like the highest level of effort on every single exercise because she's making me send her videos. A layer of accountability, right? Like, it's one thing to work out. It's another thing, I have a trainer. Well, you always work harder when you have a trainer with me, right? When I was doing back day with Ruben, it was like, these are my best back days because I have somebody in my ear right now saying, squeeze this. Okay, 3 seconds on that. Okay, hold. I'm doing all that stuff. So now that I have to send video of at least one set of every single exercise, the level of effort has gone up so much. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're about to build some muscle. I'm terrified of what prep is going to look like this year, but I'm extremely excited for the challenge. Let's see. I don't even know what else to add on here, you guys. Like, I've already been talking for 12 minutes. Like I said, this is going to be a single clip vlog. And then we'll just move on. Excuse me, by the way. And then I'll just move on and try to do something semi-regular. I don't know. That's it. Work has been super busy. Kat broke her foot. Kat's one of my trainers. Kat broke her foot, so now I'm picking up all of her shifts. And it's exhausting, but like, it's, picking up her shifts gives me it gives me an extra gives me an extra 6 camps per paycheck, which is like a few $100s. So, it is what it is. It's going to pay for my coaching that was previously free. I don't know. I think that's it.
And that's what you missed on Glee.
Anyway, that's what I just felt like. I just did a Glee recap. Water still sucks. I'm trying to get better at my water. That's like what I told Brianni. Like, I got to get better at my water. I started my blood work today. So I did a blood draw today for a few of the tests that she wanted me to get. And then I ordered like a home kit from Everlywell, which is like a home testing kit. I didn't know they were, I remember I was about to get off of here. Everlywell is a Shark Tank company. I didn't even know that. If you ever go to like CVS or whatever pharmacy and go like get the home like flu test, but they also do like the home like allergy tests and drug tests and things like that. Everlywell is one of those home testing brands, but they do like they also do like hormone testing. So I typically do the Everlywell women's panel because it does all like the T3, the testosterone, the cortisol, like it does all that stuff. So I ordered the Everlywell, but then Brianni also wanted a couple other tests that they don't have on that. So I ordered that from a different company. They do like a la carte. Like you can literally order just one test. So I ordered a complete metabolic panel, a complete blood count, I think is what it's called, and a lipid test for like $5 each. Like you just a la carte, just whatever test you want them to run. And then you book an appointment at a LabCorp or Quest. Well, I think they partner with LabCorp. At a LabCorp near you, you go get your blood draw and they send off your test and you get it online. So anyway, all that to say is I did my blood draw today. I do my finger prick for Everlywell because it's a home test. So it's a finger prick and I'm going to be finger prick for Everlywell tomorrow. And then I'll have all my blood work done. Hopefully nothing crazy is on this right now so that we can start our prep. Last time it was just high cortisol, of course. So hoping that we don't have any major speed bumps for that. But anywho, I think that's it, you guys. I am, you know what? Let me put this out there. I am looking for work. I still am a trainer. I still plan to maintain being a trainer. But it's not a full-time job. It's part-time that feels like full-time and pays like part-time. I don't know how to say it. Like, I make a lot of money for how much time I spend there, but I can't do it full-time. My voice is becoming a limiting factor, and I can't really maintain the number of hours that I'm putting in as a trainer. I need to be able to pull back from training a little bit, but I also need to pay my bills. So I have a health science degree. I have applied for a couple, this is like health science basically is like, healthcare administration. It could be public health, but I think it's really hard to transition into public health when you don't have experience in it. Like public health is kind of something that you need to start in college as an intern. And my internship was 20 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever. So I'm more looking for like administration jobs or like high level customer service jobs, not like retail customer service, but like business to business customer service. Anyway, obviously most of you are not nearby, so remote is, I guess, what I would be looking for if you're in medical. I applied for a job at a medical device company that it's like not a sales role, but it's like an operations role. Like that's, I think, where I'm good at. Operations, administration. Like I could do sales. I don't really want to do sales, but I could do sales. So anyway, if you work for like a healthcare or a medical company and you have like non-clinical roles, non-clinical remote roles, your girl's looking, okay? Because I need to make more money without like beating my body up more. And I have talked to a couple people at Burn Bootcamp about this, but I'm not about to ask my whole membership, even though it's probably a good network, but I don't want to be like, hey, everybody, that's my customers. I'm looking for a new job, especially because I'm not leaving. And I just don't want it to be a weird conversation. I've already talked to my bosses about this, so you don't have to be like, Andrea, this is crazy that you're putting this on YouTube. I've literally already told my bosses this. So, anywho, that's it. Send your girl a referral, because that's like the main things going on in my life is a new plan and I need another job. So, with that being said, I am going to let y'all go. I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully, it won't be 3 weeks later. I'm going to try to get my life in order. Honestly, it's just really hard. Look at me ending the vlog and restarting it again. It's hard. I know, like Allison said, it's easier for her to vlog now that she has a camera. For me, using the camera is like so inconvenient compared to just using my phone, because I always have my phone. And when I'm vlogging like on my phone, I can edit from anywhere because the files are already on my phone. Like I don't need anything extra. I just like film on my phone and I put my phone away. I'm doing whatever. Okay, I'm here. I have a thought. I pick up my phone. When I'm using the camera, one, I have to have the camera with me, which I don't always have it with me. I don't carry my camera with me. I like just keep it in the same place. And then if I'm going to vlog something, I'll bring the camera with me. But then I can't edit from the camera. So then I have to take the memory card out and put it in my tablet. But it's like, did I bring my tablet with me? Like, it's pretty inconvenient. Especially because I'm also not vlogging while driving anymore, which is obviously like a safety concern. But driving was like, it's pretty much one of my only times that I am in dead silence by myself. So it's like my only free time to vlog. So now that I'm not vlogging while driving, it's like, okay, well, when else do I have time to sit down? Which is like right now while I'm sitting in the car waiting for my daughter. But typically during this time, I work. So anyway, just we're getting it together. I'll try to be more regular with the vlogs, so that you guys can see, you know, how this off season is going. Because I think with Brianna, oh, sorry, crazy parents happening, crazy parents driving around here. I think this new journey with Brianna is going to be like really incredible for my bodybuilding. It's just like a layer of accountability that I really needed. I needed someone who's like not going to take my shit in prep. Oh, and I'm going to the Arnold. God, you guys have an ass. I'm going to the Arnold. Allison asked me if I wanted to be her +1, and I have Anna competing and Paige, who is not one of my, like, she's not my prep client, but I help her with her routine. So she did her own choreography. She has a prep coach, but I do like cleanups with her routine and like some skill stuff. And then I help her pose a little bit. So both of them are competing at the Arnold. So I'm like, you know what? I'm in there. So that's in a couple weeks. I'm super excited. I will definitely make sure I vlog that trip. But yeah, I'm getting there, you guys. I'm working on it. I'm also working on like another YouTube thing, but I'm also just like mentally like, do I have the bandwidth to like launch this other YouTube product? And spend more time talking to Aurelia about that. But anyway, for Aurelio, that is it. I will put in, you know, I'm going to put in last week's check-ins. They're a little horrifying, but you know what? It is what it is. This is just what, this is where we are. I'm going to put in last week's check-ins, even though I have check-ins again tomorrow, but I like really want to get this video up. If I don't get it up by tomorrow, which obviously if you're watching this video, you're going to know if it's up on Wednesday or if it's up on Thursday. If it's up on Wednesday, these are last week's check-ins coming up. If it's up on Thursday, these are this week's current check-ins. Like these are today's check-ins. We're going to find out how much time I get. Honestly, it's probably going to be Thursday because I'm always super ambitious about when I'm going to get these videos edited and uploaded. But I also don't really have to edit this one. So I don't know. Anyway, you guys, if this is your first time watching one of my vlogs, I'm so sorry. Please go back and watch a different series. Go back and watch Chasing the Olympia. That's a good one. I'll talk to you guys later.